So inside the box you got Wi-Fi 6 antenna. The thing that is missing, this is the non-magnet stand, base stand, and missing the magnet, Wi-Fi 6E antenna, 2 times SATA, one side angle. This is the fan holder. You connect the fan here and you screw M.2 screw, and again M.2 screw, and again, and this is keyring, ASRock keyring, awesome. Again M.2 screw, 3 times from this type and 3 times from this type, and USB type A Gen 2 extension, awesome. Again 2 times SATA, 3 one side anglet, ASRock keycaps for your keyboard. It is compatible to most of keyboard. Here, so, and GPU holder, awesome, and zip ties and manual. DVD, I don't like it, and some ASRock bullshit. This mainboard is quite awesome in between all of Z690 mainboard. You got a fan here for your VRM heatsink, and you will have one here if you mount. The other one is not necessary, just if you like. It is silent also. So now I'm telling you why this is a really great mainboard in between all of a Z690 mainboard. So we're starting from the top, 2 times 8-pin CPU power connector, a great aluminum heatsink, 3 times PWM, 12 volt 4-pin fan connector. One of them is the pump, and you're not gonna connect any fan to that. 2 times 3-pin 5 watt ARGB connector. It support up to is a 5 volt and support to 15 or 16 watt, so 3-4 strip. And power and reset button is really awesome. 24-pin main power connector, and USB 3.2 Gen 1 5 gig, I guess. This is USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2 20 gig Type C front panel. Again 4-pin PWM fan connector, and angled USB 3. It's really awesome. So you got 2 times. I really need it, and I have them on this board. And 6 times SATA 3 6 gig, really awesome. Debuggability, really awesome. and here you got a clear thermos button, I guess. Yeah, and this is the front panel connector, and this one is a speaker and a PLED, and 4-pin PWM fan connector again. And this is the TPM, you don't need it at all. And USB type A Gen 2 and 2-time PWM again. And this one is LED header for some RGB stuff, I guess. 4-pin ARGB connector, 12 volt, yeah, and 2-time 3-pin ARGB connector again, 5 volt, and front panel audio. Yeah, so this is the LJ1700 socket, and yeah, you got another PWM 4-pin fan connector here. Awesome. So about the PCI Express, this is a PCI Express 16 Gen 5 by 16 speed, PCI Express 1 by 1 speed Gen 3, PCI Express 16 Gen 4 by 4 speed, PCI Express 1 by 1 speed, PCI Express 16 Gen 3 by 4 speed. This is Gen 3 by 4 speed, this is Gen 4 by 4 speed, and this is the Gen 5 by 16 speed, and it supports model GPUs that are Gen 4 or Gen 5, GPUs with the Gen 3 generation, third generation goes here only, or down, not here. And the RAM are for dual slot A2 and B2, for quad all of them, for single only A2 actually. And on the rear IO, DisplayPort out 1.4, it supports 8K 60 Hz and in 5K 120 Hz, and HDMI 2.1 and 6-time USB 3.2 Gen 1, 10 gig, I guess. No, they are 5 gig, and 2-time USB 2 type A, and 5 gig LAN, and audio connectivity with lighting option, and SPDIF, and USB 3.2 Gen 1, 10 gig, Type C and Type A, Wi-Fi 6E, and BIOS flashback. And on the back side, nothing going on. The board itself is a 6-layer. And about the RAMs, 128 gig and support DDR5 only in OC 6400 megahertz. By default is 4400 megahertz, and minimum 3600 megahertz, I guess. Yeah, and here you got some RGB here also that are customizable. Yeah, the looks itself is really awesome. The heat sinks also are okay, not really massive. This one should be a really massive one, but it isn't, just a little bit better than Asus heatsink and thermal ready. This is the bottom one. All are thermal ready, all are the same size, or just okay. Yeah, not really massive. This too shouldn't be really big because it makes sense. It makes some trouble if you plug a GPU and be a really big one, so this is the maximum size that they can do, but the top one shouldn't be so. Yeah. Gen 5 M.2 goes here, Gen 4 M.2 goes here from CPU, Gen 5 M.2 from chipset goes here, and the last one is Gen 3, support 4 different sizes. This one also support 4 different sizes, and the top one support 2 different sizes of M.2. Yeah, so overall this board is really great, and the price is around 420 bucks in Switzerland also. And in between motherboard, this one is really great and is a really first one that support the PCIe X4 Gen 5 M.2 as well. Here, blazing M.2 Gen 5, awesome. And you know, you can't really get a great motherboard with debugability and power and reset button and 2-time USB 3.4 panel and M.2 Gen 5 PCIe X4. So this one is really great in between other motherboard. If you get the same feature but different brand, so you have to pay extra 200 bucks, except by ASRock's mainboard. Those also are great. For example, Ultra and Master, they got some specification similar to this one, and almost the Ultra is 340 bucks and the Master is 380 bucks, so they are also really great. And 10G LAN missing here, not really, just a little bit, yeah. And the power stages are 16 plus 1, and yeah, that's it. So if you got M.2 with both sides chip, so you have to remove this part here and then plug your M.2, or if you got M.2 with heatsink, also you doing the same. So the CPU is i9-12900K. This is a great motherboard for i9-12900K. You got display port out and HDMI out. On ASRock website is wrote that it is Thunderbolt ready, but I can't really get it what ASRock really mean from Thunderbolt ready, because it doesn't have Thunderbolt. Maybe the USB 3 rear side on the rear IO is a Thunderbolt connector, a fake one, maybe, I don't really know. These M.2s are with fan and temperature compatible with temperature display. So this is the fan, is really small. I mounted two screw on down arrow here only, and you can adjust it, move it backward, upward and downward, and got a 4-pin PWM connector. The fan is really small, but you got another extension. With this package you can buy a bigger fan and mount it. So this is an extension with 4x long screw for the fan and 2x also a smaller screw, I guess. No, you don't have them. If you would use this one, so you have to use this screw, so that is totally fine. Yeah. So these two are Asrock Z690 Velocity with the LGA1700 socket for Intel 12th Gen CPU. They are the best value for your i9, i7, 12th Gen, and the worst motherboards right now for LGA 1700 or actually Intel 12th generation is Asus motherboards that I uploaded the video last week. You can watch it and see the reasons. Almost all of the new Asus motherboards got some serious issues and problems that you can see on my last video.